During the next holiday season, many people in the United States will seek to make their meals by deep frying with oil or cooking with grease. Even though these are efficient procedures that frequently produce good meals, there are several risks associated with using these approaches when cooking. When preparing their meals, home cooks should exercise increased caution when working with oil or grease. The use of oil in the kitchen, whether for frying or cooking, can pose serious health risks. More than 40% of fires that started on a range or stove were caused by the igniting of cooking oil. If you reheat or reuse cooking oil, this could be the cause of an increase in acidity in your body as well as an increase in cholesterol levels. Find out why you should pay attention to this extremely frequent yet largely neglected kitchen habit of cooking food in wasted cooking oil by reading the information that is presented in this article. Have you given any thought to the cooking oil you use and the number of times you reheat the oil before using it for frying in a pan or a deep fryer? In one of his live sessions on Facebook, lifestyle coach Luke Cookin is bringing attention to a potentially hazardous kitchen behavior that is largely neglected. When food is abundant or when preparing multiple meals, it is common practice to reuse cooking oil. This typical habit in the kitchen may help you save time and even money, but it also may be the cause of excessive levels of inflammation throughout your body. The majority of Indian homes prepare their cuisine with oil, as it is an essential component of the Indian cooking method. Reheating is an urgent worry for us, and it's not only about reheating food like it was yesterday. While there are many health consequences associated with the use of oil, that's a topic for another day. When it comes to reheating, cooking oil has been subjected to a great deal of scrutiny, and the conclusion that the vast majority of studies have reached is that it must not be reheated. Here is why this is the case. The top 5 health dangers associated with reheating cooking oil are as follows. Reheating oil makes it more carcinogenic. Cancer can be caused by anything that is classified as carcinogenic. When oil is heated at high temperatures, hazardous aldehydes are created, according to an increasing body of research. When food is cooked by recycling cooking oil, this can increase the number of free radicals in the body, which can induce inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of the majority of diseases, including obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Cooking food in this manner can also promote inflammation. The presence of high levels of inflammation in the body can also lower immunity and increase susceptibility to infection. It raises levels of bad LDL cholesterol. LDL, sometimes known as bad cholesterol, can be raised in the body by consuming food that has been prepared with smoked, blackened oil and then reheated multiple times throughout the day. The risk of heart disease, stroke, and chest pain can all be exacerbated by having high levels of LDL cholesterol. To avoid health issues that are associated with cholesterol, you should not reuse cooking oil. More acidity. If you've noticed that the burning sensation in your stomach and throat has gotten more common than it ever has before, then the source of the problem may be reheated cooking oil. If you are experiencing greater acidity than usual, you should steer clear of eating deep-fried meals and junk food from roadside stands. If doing so helps reduce acidity, then you know the answer to your question on the factor that causes it: reusing frying oil. It sends out an awful odor and emits poisonous chemicals. When heated to high temperatures, oil produces vapors that are harmful to humans. Even before the smoke point is reached, emissions of fumes begin. But the rate of emission accelerates considerably once the temperature rises above the smoke point. When oil is heated, the fat molecules within it become slightly more fragmented. Each time it is used, this leads it to reach its smoke point and give off a pungent odor faster than it would have otherwise. When anything like this takes place, harmful compounds are released into the air as well as into the food that is being cooked. It has the potential to raise your blood pressure. Hydrolysis, oxidation, and polymerization are some of the processes that can occur as a result of high temperatures, air oxygen, and the moisture that is present in the meals. Free fatty acids and radicals that produce monoglycerides, diglycerides, and triglycerides are both produced as a byproduct of the reactions that alter and modify the chemical makeup of the used frying oil. These are measured against a standard known as total polar compounds, which is an accurate indicator of the degree to which cooking oils have degraded. The toxicity of these compounds that are generated after multiple rounds of frying may cause fat accumulation, oxidative stress, hypertension, atherosclerosis, and other related conditions. Now that we are aware of how dangerous it is to reheat oil, it is best to create an accurate estimation of the amount of oil that will be necessary for frying, cooking, and other activities to maintain good health and avoid disease. Consuming food that has been reheated in cooking oil poses additional dangers to one's health, including the following: obesity, gain in weight, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. How can we cut back on the amount of reheated cooking oil that we use? Make the transition to food cooked at home. Cuisine that has been prepared at home is the type of food that is guaranteed to be the freshest and most nutritious option available. When you prepare meals at home, you have complete control over the ingredients that go into them. Home-cooked meals may offer you everything from cooking oil to carbohydrates, protein, and fats, as well as fiber, which is the perfect balanced diet you need for optimum health and weight loss. Make sure that you are not using any cooking oil that has been previously used. Only prepare a limited amount of food at a time. This is an efficient method for cutting back on the amount of cooking oil used. To prevent wasting food, you should determine in advance how much of each ingredient you will need for each meal. Prepare meals from fresh ingredients as frequently as you can. If you want to lose weight, one of the most important things you can do is learn to exercise portion control, which can be aided by cooking food in smaller portions. When going out or traveling, bring along meals that you have cooked at home. There are times when it is utterly impossible to avoid dining in a restaurant. On the other hand, you should make an effort to cut down on the number of times you have to eat in a restaurant. In a situation like this, meal preparation can be of assistance to you. Bring your meals with you on days when you know you will either be traveling or absent from your regular place of employment or residence. This will help you stick to your diet for weight reduction and also prevent you from consuming food that is likely to have been prepared in oil that has been heated up again. You can also choose fast meal options like salads, dosa, and idli that require minimal use of oil in their preparation. Mostly avoid it if you are a patient. Reheating cooking oil is something you should try to stay away from as much as possible, especially if your family has a history of Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or any other type of disease. In circumstances that are already inflammatory by their very nature, this factor is going to lead to the development of even greater inflammation. How was the video? Do you enjoy it? Tell us in our comment section below and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates.